Enjoy. Belly breathing. There are several simple methods for taking care of our strong emotions. One is belly breathing. Breathing from the abdomen when we are caught in a strong emotion like fear or anger. Our practice is to bring our attention down to abdomen. To stay on the level of the intellect is not safe. Strong emotions are like a storm, and to stand in the middle of a storm is very dangerous. Yet that's what most of us do when we get upset. We stay out in the storm of our feelings, and they overwhelm us. Instead, we have to ground ourselves, understand ourselves by bringing our attention downward. We focus on our abdomen and practice mindful breathing, just giving all of our attention to the rise and fall of the belly, making it through the storm. When you look at a tree during a storm, you see that its branches and leaves are swaying back and forth violently in the strong wind. You have the impression that the tree will not be able to withstand the storm. You are like that when you are gripped by a strong emotion. Like the tree, you feel vulnerable. You can break at any time, but if you direct your intention down to the trunk of the tree, you can see things differently. You see that the tree is solid and deeply rooted in the ground. If you focus your attention on the trunk of the tree, you realize that because of the tree is firmly rooted in the soil, it cannot be blown away. Each of us in a sitting or standing position is like the tree. When the storm of our emotion is passing by, you should not stay in the thick of the storm. The level of the brain or the chest, when you are overwhelmed by the strong emotions, don't stay there. It's too dangerous. Bring your focus down to your navel. That is the trunk, the most solid part of yourself, and practice mindful breathing. Become aware of the rise and falling of your abdomen and the movements. Doing this in a stable position, such as a sitting position, you will feel much better, or any position or action. Just breathe, don't think or anything. Breathe through the movement, the rise and the falling of your abdomen. Practice in this way for 10 or 15 minutes. If your thoughts wander, bring it back to the sensation, and the strong emotion will pass on through. Emotions are only emotions. Meditation has two aspects. Stopping and calming is the first, and looking deeply to transform is the second. When you have enough energy of mindfulness, you can look deeply into any emotion and discover the true nature of that emotion. If you can do that, you will be able to transform the emotion. Of course, emotions have deep roots in us. They are so strong we think we will not survive them if we let them be. We deny and suppress them until finally they explode and cause hurt to ourselves and others. But an emotion is just an emotion. It comes, it stays for a while, and then it goes away. Why should we hurt ourselves or others just because one emotion? We are so much more than our emotions. If we know how to practice looking deeply, we will be able to identify and uproot the sources of our painful emotions. Just practice embracing the emotion can already be very helpful. If during the critical moment, when the emotion is there, we know how and where to take refuge. If we are able to breathe in and out, focus our attention on the rise and fall of our abdomen for 15, 20, or even 25 minutes, or the feelings, sounds, tastes, temperatures, etc., then the storm will roll away. We need to learn to cultivate and maintain that relaxation of the mind and body in mindfulness. We can survive. When we succeed in surviving strong emotions, we experience a more solid peace of mind. Once we have got the practice, we are no longer afraid the next time a strong emotion arises. It becomes easier. We already know that we can survive it. If we can relax when our strong emotions come, then we don't pass fear onto our children and future generations. If we stay without fear, suppressing it, then letting it explode, we are sharing that fear with young people around us. They will consume it and pass it on. But if we know how to handle our own fear, we will be more able to help our loved ones and our young ones handle theirs. We can be with them and say, "Darling, breathe in and out with me. Pay attention to the rise and fall of your belly." Because they have seen you do this, they will be more likely to listen to you, because you are there and you offer your energy of mindfulness in your solitude. Your child or your partner will be able to cross the white water of emotion. She will know that with her loved one at her side, she, like you, can survive the strong emotion. Modeling calm in the face of fear and teaching young people how how to weather their own storms, you are teaching a very valuable skill that might even save their lives in the future. So I hope you guys found that helpful, and practice.